Hey guys, Jim Glatzober from My K-12 PD here again, coming to you today with something a little bit different. We're going to start a section that I'm just going to call, for better or worse, the quick fix section. Some of you may think of it as a slightly more well-informed rant, but since the overall goal here is education reform, I'm just going to call it a quick fix. And the first topic that I thought I'd tackle, especially in light of the recent California ruling from the court saying that it has to be easier to fire ineffective teachers, more or less, that got me to thinking, why is there no draft for teachers? And when I say draft, I don't mean the I'm gonna knock all my teeth out so I don't have to go to Southeast Asia draft. That's not what I mean. I mean like the NBA draft, like the NFL draft. How does that not exist for teachers yet? At least in some small way. You'd think it would actually be a pretty good type of movement for the state of education on the whole. And here's what I mean, to get into that a little bit more. One of the primary things that the courts pointed out in this recent ruling was that it's very difficult to make sure that we're getting the best teachers where we need them. Oftentimes, maybe in the most underserved schools across the country, you tend to get highly ineffective teachers who are assessed that way through likely combination of just being in a place without much support and resources. And, like this site would tell you, the lack of access to effective professional development as well. So, with that being said, why not just have the government go to the MLB, NBA, NFL, and say, "Hey guys, you can keep being the tax haven for billionaires all you want, but you got to take some of that, what they call shared revenue, and distribute it to the public school system. Make a little donation if you want to keep your team in the NBA or in football, baseball, hockey, what have you." Getting to the draft part, if it is so hard to staff more hardship area schools with highly effective, young, innovative teachers, why not state a draft? Say that, any district across the country that wants to participate can join in. You get a pool of different teachers coming out of grad school or people within their first several years of teaching to put their names in and declare themselves eligible, go to a giant ping pong ball machine, have a lottery that gets televised on ESPN or TNT, and then each district gets to take their pick. The first pick takes person X and throws $1 million a year contract at them to teach in inner city LA, Baltimore, Detroit, Chicago, what have you. It couldn't hurt, right? I mean, it couldn't. I don't think it could make the system more behind than it already is. So why not take a shot? I feel like this would kill multiple birds with one stone. And who knows? I've often said that the education in general needs more innovation. It can barely be considered an industry and career field because of how little innovation there is from within, just going across from coast to coast. Because, like I've said before, teachers are so busy, they're so occupied. So why not take a lot of the guesswork out of trying to get the best teachers where they are needed the most, and tie it all up in a nice pretty bundle like pro sports does, and just give us what a lot of people would probably want to see. Have it in July so it's not the only thing, so baseball is not the only thing that people have to watch in terms of sports. There could be a lot of people with a vested interest. There could be more interest in this idea than we think. Run a pilot of it in some areas, in some states. I was gonna say California up until recently, because they seem to turn out so many ideas. But stage it there. It's an idea that I don't want to say its time has come, but people need to start throwing stuff out like this. If we really are so convinced that incentive-based pay is the way to go, is not a draft on the same scale of Major League Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey, the kind of pinnacle of what you would expect that to be, more or less. Obviously it wouldn't work for for experienced teachers who've been in the system for a while. But you kind of see where I'm going with it. If we're spitballing, if we're just throwing ideas out there, why not? Okay, thanks for listening to that. Just again, an observation that's a little bit more lighthearted than the clips that you'll usually see here. There will probably be more of them as these ideas come to my head. So again, if you toughed it out all the way till the end, thanks again, and I will talk at you guys soon. See you.